You know, we all have our own bias. I'm not saying I'm not racist or any of those other things. I'm just saying, as a young woman, I had no idea about racism, and I didn't see color. Mikhail, you have a customer. And so, you know, I've learned since then that we, in some way, need to see color so we can make sure we're safe and that we understand safety. But I didn't know, that's 40 years ago. I didn't know about racism. I didn't know what I was about to come up against. And one of my professors, do you know what you're coming up against? You know, you're getting married to this man and you're going to have a black baby. You're going to have a mixed baby for sure. The baby's going to be black. Do you know what you're up against? And I had no idea what they were talking about. And he was trying to educate me about racism and about being prepared for racism when I raised this child. Because I lived next door to a black child since I was a baby. I didn't know about racism. I didn't know about color. I saw a person. And, you know, they were really right about what they were saying to me. They wanted me not to not have this baby or to be in a mixed relationship, but to understand what this world is all about. And as I had to confront that, I learned about it. And I remember a black woman. I loved riding bike when I was younger and put my baby on my back. And I was going to the library and I rode my bike there and I parked the bike. And I remember this black woman coming towards me and saying, "Oh," she said, "did he leave you and you're on welfare?" I'm like, huh? You know, but this is the perception of the person who, in that era, you know, you're a white woman with a little black baby, so, you know, there must have been trouble. This is, you know, you must be kind of a loser, right? So, anyways, and the other thing I remember about racism is that often in my own culture, my own white privileged race, is that people would say things that were horrific to me, like, once you go black, you don't go back. I mean, there's so many things I don't even want to say what they said. They were just terrible. But I didn't really understand about racism. I didn't know what I was going to be up against, and I still don't really know. But one day I had a call. This is where it really sort of the rubber hit the road for me. I had a call from the school saying my daughter was acting up. And of course, it's always the child's fault, right? It's not because the teacher is not attuned to racism or aware of the racism around the school. But that's what was happening, and my daughter was responding to racism. And so, you know, as I don't know, from that, I looked around my house and I was like, wow, everything's white. You know, my pictures are white, everything's white, my music's white. And that psychic switch happened right then, and I started to address my own bias and understand that I needed to change the environment, because it wasn't just about me. I had a little black child that I was raising. And from that, I was able to say to the teacher, you know, maybe you better just check out what's happening in the school, because my daughter's an artist, so she was going to art school, and there was primarily, she had a group of black children she socialized with and indigenous children. And in fact, one of the children is from the indigenous community is my grandson's godfather. They're really tight, you know, minorities, they stuck together. And I fought for my daughter, and I realized that, you know, it wasn't my daughter acting up, it was the school not aware of what racism is all about. So I'm really happy that we're having this discussion. I think we should keep this discussion going, because we can talk about what's out there, which we do, but within our own communities and within us is where it's going to start, as we've heard today. And thanks, Shading, for, you know, reminding us that we need to look internally and really say, like, I still don't know my biases. Sometimes I'm confronted with them, but we'll never know. We'll be looking at that forever and ever. Keep having the discussion, you know, try to be kind to people. You never know what someone's going through. Just be kind to them each and every day.
Good.